Alright, in this video we're going to talk about, like the title says, gold, silver, and guns, the volatility of it all. Even though this is a gun channel, in the past, one of my many hobbies, I was interested in collecting coins and stuff like that, and also I used to hold precious metals, be it gold or silver, mainly silver. Gold has always been extremely volatile, and you can lose big whenever it goes one way or the other. And like I brought up in the other videos, the deflation and how the value of modern guns, you can buy retail in the store has dropped with all these recent rebates and that. I mean, I did a whole video on that. How when you bought a pistol a year ago for say like $350, now you can get one for $240, the same gun. Okay? And maybe you don't like it, you want to trade it in, sell it, get a newer one, and now you found you've taken a serious loss on a value of your possessions. Now, right now is another weird time in history when it comes to the two main metals, gold and silver. All metals trade, like I found out being a machinist during when China was in that boom, stainless steel became extremely expensive because the price of nickel, which is a main component in stainless steel, was in demand to where it was 3 or 4 times, it was like 100 times more expensive. And it was hard to get steel to produce the products we were selling so I could earn a living. But gold and silver have always been traditionally used as money. So, when a bad economy and inflation, a lot of people will either invest in gold through like an IRA that's all gold, which I knew a friend of mine retired recently and went and converted all their 401ks and everything into one of these gold IRAs. I'm not quite sure on the detail, but supposedly either you put all your money in there and they vault gold, or you're investing in a gold stock or type of, it's like another form of a investment program like a stock. In other words, so many units, you can get it like that also, where you don't physically hold the gold. And the reason the volatility and the manipulation is going on, I've watched hours of speculation and that, and these stackers that they put out every day, it's going to go, gold's going to go to $5,000 an ounce, silver's going to go to $100 an ounce or $75 an ounce. And a lot of wild speculation, and you hear, and that's what it is, speculation. You hear one extreme to the other. It was all supposed to drop here shortly, okay? And I think I kind of figured out what's going on. I've watched several other people that have come up with the thing about it. And what it is as our economy tanks, more and more people are interested in putting their money in gold and silver. And it has gone up here recently. It's gone up pretty good. And gold is at an all-time high. So a lot of people, like my 401k, which ain't doing crap, okay, yes, the percentage or rate of return would be much higher if I took all that money and bought gold or invested it in a gold IRA in the past, say, 10 years. I would have made a lot more money. So when the Fed is doing its weird crap and it's just printing more money and the government deficit is getting to an insane thing, okay, in the trillions, how many trillions, and they're just adding another $9 trillion or $5 trillion, people are afraid. What I think their game plan is, and what one guy explained, is first of all, they do manipulate the spot price on this stuff. And unlike the stock market, when you trade in commodities, a lot of the rules and a lot of things which you can't do on the stock market, which would be illegal, you can do with commodities. So the big thing is, where does the spot price or the value that when you look it up online for gold and silver come from? And gold is the number one thing. Silver's kind of tied to it and follows it up. As it goes up, silver lags behind, but it'll also go up in value. How it's done is you get your bids and that, and it's contracts. You got longs and shorts or whatever, and what it is when you put a contract out that I'm going to pay X amount, say I'm going to pay that $2,000 for an ounce of gold because I need it for manufacturing or banks or whatever. And then the shorts are when you sell the gold. So what you can do on paper is I can have gold that I pay $1,800 an ounce. I can go as a financial institution and say, hey, I'm going to buy this, the futures, I'm going to buy it for $2,100 an ounce, in 6 months when this contract or whatever runs out. Spot price goes up, and then a month later, I sell the gold I got for X amount and sell it and collect the profit and the money. And it's some sort of weird way of doing it where with these contracts and market manipulation, the gold never really goes or is moved or is bought or sold. Okay, it's all just done on a ledger, other than people who actually get the physical gold, okay, which is a different story. But what happens is when you get it physically in the form of coins or bars, okay, that spot price is what is recognized as the actual value, $2,000 an ounce. Well, if they got a way of manipulating the market and they're seeing that people with money who are liquid are putting their money in there, I think these bastards are going to raise the price up. Like one guy said, he goes, you may see gold go up to $2,500 an ounce. And he goes, silver's going to be up there right with it. It's going to go up in value. But a lot of people are saying something's going to happen in March when the quarter ends or something. The Fed is going to do something, reverse a decision, and whatever they do, there's going to be an economic disaster coming up here in this next year. And they're going to pull a fast one or do something to where they're going to have to control the price of gold and silver. And I think what they're going to do is you're going to see a crash. The stuff is going to drop down, and it's going to stay there for a while, okay? And what's going to happen is everybody who bought the stuff at the high end is going to, just like in the stock market, lose. And it's going to crush them financially, okay? I believe this is what's going on, and this is why I'm watching this fluctuation. I'm trying to gather as much sensible opinions, and everyone is telling you they can't say. Nobody can predict exactly. There's 1,000 people with 1,000 theories and speculations. But I myself, with the economy being bad, I don't believe that gold can be elevated and stay there. Okay, same with silver. And a lot of people, one guy put it as a casino attitude or casino environment where it's going up, and then it's going to come down. And some people have said this is what's going to happen. This stuff's going to go sky high here real short, okay? And then all of a sudden, as 2024, and the reason I'm making these videos is there's going to be a lot of terrible things happening with the economy, politically, socially, all of it, okay? You're going to see it take a nosedive, all right, I believe, because they said that the Fed has to get control of the price at one point in here, because I forget, central banks, it's not a huge amount, but central banks do have a certain percentage like 20% of their assets are in gold to give them, you know, stability or liquidity as a bank, or the ability to function as a bank. So it's kind of complex, but yeah. And if that happens, because I've seen a lot of people doing this, and a lot of people that are in their retirement age and that, a lot of people, you know, your investments, you're counting on them. When you take a, 40%, 45% loss, okay, and you're retired, not working anymore, that's an awful lot cutting in, and it's going to make your life extremely difficult, irregardless who runs for office or who gets elected. It's going to be meaningless because you're going to be in an extremely bad financial situation, okay, which there's no way out of, at least not what I'm seeing coming here in the future. All right, guys, hit the like button, subscribe, and stay tuned.